bring it, I hope, hello, I hope I can bring that, what I'd like to say, out properly. But I think it is very necessary that you understand one thing. In your life, you are the most powerful, the strongest, and effective power which took effect in your life. That is something what you have to understand very, very clearly. You are in your life the most attractive power which is in your life in action. Whatever you say, whatever you think, whatever you do, bring your own vibration in a special order, which is similar to that what you are thinking or saying. And so everything what comes to you, what floats to you, is quite the same. And that what happened in your own life, you can see what is it all about you? What shows that what come to you? What is a sign for it, for something? I mean, I can now try to explain, but I think that that cover it pretty much. In your life is only one person only responsible for that what happens to him or to her. You. Everything else is only an answer. It's like an echo. I know that the most people don't like to hear that. We don't like the idea. But please remember that we don't live here only one time. That is to say, we live here our life pretty often. And we can think on a very, very often, on very, very good some situations which we have experienced maybe 500 years. 500 years ago. It is doubtful that we would now decide it in the same way as 500 years before. But our vibration, what was necessary to have, so then we can come to our conclusions, which we make 500 years before, is still there. And we have to wash it out. And for that we need our ideas, we need our thoughts. When you concentrate on something what you really dearly need and want, and you will get it. Because when you concentrate on that, you will have the same vibration. When you have the same vibration, it will come. But I don't know. In German we say oxymoron. The oxymoron is something what say one sentence and have two meanings, and often they contradict. That is what we often do. In one sentence, and I know some people would tell me something, and in that what they tell me, they contradict themselves in 5 or 6 times, in 2 sentences. People are in that way still in the beginning, to concentrate very much to that what they like to be. And so try to understand that it's necessary that you form your own self. You need that really badly. You see, a lot of people knows what comes after life. But no, some people know that and know quite well what's going on then. Me too, but the point is that I don't want to talk about death. I want to tell you how you can live your life very much and very successful. For that you need everything what you need for a successful life, such as money, such as healthy, such as a good job, such as good friends, a nice family, something like that. Good. And now you need a lot of energy, character for it. You see, a character means that you can say it is like that and like that and like that. This practically is the same. And from that you need the vibration. And when you get this vibration, you can get it only when you think the same, in the same way. Then you will have it sooner or later. That means pretty much work on oneself. The most people are very busy to correct other people. What is it good for? I mean, I'm busy to keep my own person in order. Obviously, something in my life several years ago went wrong, terribly wrong. There was a lot of grief, a lot of disharmony. Yes. But when I know that everything is ordered by energy streams, and this kind of energy streams, and these energy streams come out from myself, in that way, what way I'm thinking, what I'm saying, or something like that, then I have a good idea what's going on. Then I know what life is. Life is a steady development of your own person. And when you know that everything what happened to you, what comes across to you, is a chance to profile yourself, and that way that you say, good, that's what I want, that's what I don't want, and that is something that I reject strictly. And when I send something, I think, okay, we can talk a bit, but not too much, and so much I don't want from that. Then you have a good idea what life is. You form your own self from all that here. And the very best thing what you can do when you say my life is a bit muddled up, it's a pretty mess actually. Maybe not a pretty mess, but something seems not quite right in order. I want to start, maybe not new, but I don't want to carry all that what I don't like, to carry it with me. I want to get rid of from that what I don't like. Good. Then, for heaven's sake, take care and never be someone who always makes compromises. Compromises are our death. Because you can't say, okay, a little bit from that, yes, I like to have the cream from that, but not the bottom, no. No, take it on. And when you don't like it, then leave it. You know, in German we have the saying, when you when you open the door a little bit, then it's a question of time when the door is completely open. That's why. Never open the door a little bit to the evil, to that what you don't like. You see, the evil in that way doesn't exist. Everything can be good or not good. That depends what kind of person you are. I mean, there's some people who like to work indoors. Someone who likes to be always in fresh air. He would be fed up. It's disgusting to work as a clerk. He would do better when he is a gardener. So, and maybe you understand what I say with that. It's everything the question what kind of person you are. And now try to develop your own self, your own person. And never forget, please never do, that there is no evil. You can be like that or like that. It is only, the question is if you are in the fitting group. The most people are not in the fitting group, you can believe me that. And then now, and promptly they start to blame other people. That is completely nonsense, because when I know somebody is pretty, in my eyes of view, my point of view, pretty bad, then I avoid him. And then I go away from him or her. Why shall I spend my time with that? Nonsense. So never do something that bring you in contact with people which you can't stand. When we come to the point that we do much better and far better when we avoid to do something what we don't like and what we simply can't stand, then we get right off of that. The point is only that we often think that there can be something in it. No, it doesn't seem so well, but maybe there is a bit. And what is when I miss something? Okay, let's open it. Let's peep inside. No, why? When you know that that's come from a person you don't like. When you see, maybe it doesn't smell so good. So then, for heaven's sake, avoid that. And now I come again and say, increase your own vibration. Just by that what you want. Never forget you have a free will. So increase your own vibration. And then everything goes away. It will float away when your vibration get higher. You can be pretty sure that everything what you like to have will have a high vibration too. But you can't have it when you don't have, when you yourself don't have. Plus this one. When your own vibration is still in the bottom, what can you do then with something which belongs to a higher level? Maybe you understand what I like to say with that. And maybe you understand that you can't hear work for somebody else. Impossible. I can't simply tell you that. I can't simply only tell you that. That's all. More I can't do. I mean, I can't go to somebody else and tell him, no, come, I fix it for you, and I start to control his own vibration. And for heaven's sake, that doesn't work. And then we know what we can do, what we have to do. I know a lot of people fear that what comes in future. No wonder. The future is pretty bad. It can be pretty bad, yes. When we stay on our level in which we are now. But we can, of course, improve it. Yes, of course. Everybody can. No one is condemned to stay in the mood. No one is condemned to stay in prison. No one. But you have to understand, you have to reflect that whatever happened to you now is the answer of that what you spread out several years before. In a long time. And here we are by that what we call consciousness. As long you lead a life in which you are completely convinced that you are a kind of princess, or you are convinced to be a kind of, let's say, farmer, worker, always on the bottom and never have to say something and never can enjoy his own life in full, and someone maybe think that he can only get something when he steal it away from somebody because he never get it, he never earn it. When someone have this kind of consciousness, it is a damn pretty hard thing to get out of that. But to know that your own vibration will to get you out of this kind of prison, that will help. And it will help a good deal. You see, when you have the consciousness to be a person which are amiable and which have a high vibration and which is practically light, and the own light is able to melt out everything which is dark and smarten the own mind, the own thoughts, then you are free from everybody who tell you the different thing. You are free from everything which keep you in chains. What was the song? Unchain my heart? Yeah, unchain your heart. It is not necessary to believe all the time that somebody else can bring you trouble. Somebody else can only bring you trouble when you are responsible for that, when you have the vibration for it, and when you have the resonance for it. Somebody else may bring trouble to a lot of people. When they have the resonance for it, yes. But you can help and to get out of this kind of resonance when you increase your own vibration. Please understand that, and then never forget that you are the most powerful source, the strongest source in your own life. And that means a pretty much thing. Because nobody else can bring you something for which you have no need and for which you have no vibration for. And so, please understand something else. We know that stars are rotating all the time. This is it, always. They rotate and rotate and rotate all the time. Now I tell you that you have a higher self. And this higher self is your Holy Spirit, the most Holy Spirit. It's the highest version from you. And this higher and highest version from you is full of light. And spread it out all the time. It's joy, fun to be light. It's fantastic. And this, in your higher self, is always spread out your own light. Day in, day out, all the time. And it's happy, 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 and happy again. And now for you is the task to come close to this light, which is pretty difficult when people are, let's say, full of grief and darkness and anger and whatever, and look back on anger all the time when something happened or whatever. Then it is pretty ghastly to do that, because it's pretty hard to come close to the own light, because you have to release from everything what makes for you the life difficult and somehow hard. But the more you can get, the more you get nearer, the more free you are. You are lighter. Life is lighter. And you come so close to your own self, to your highest version, that you start to breathe freely. And say, my God, fantastic. And you realize that you are really the most powerful, strongest force and source in your life. Anyway. Of course, you're in your light as well, because you have to lit it up. And to lift it up. How? Everything but you think. Everything but you think is a kind of energy, and this kind of energy, well, when a lot of thoughts in that way come, then of course it comes to bundle. Those come to, then they get be a kind of bundle, and this bundle is very strong. And it is your bundle. It's your power to lit up and lift up your own light, your own energy. That is life. It is really funny that so a lot of physicians and physics and how you call it, researchers and whatever, are so busy, so eagerly to investigate that. Fine. And I mean, really fine. I'm curious, and of course I was curious to understand the matter in life and how the material works. And I was really suppressed. What to say? Impressed, not suppressed. I was impressed by that, and I'm really astonished when someone tell me this star is billions and billions and how many billions kilometers away from us and light years away from us and whatever. I'm really surprised. I'm really impressed. But it doesn't help me in my life in any way. I'm really astonished. Wow, classic, wow, I never know that. But I wonder if the astrophysics and whatever know that they are themselves, in their own life only, the strongest force. Nothing more, nothing less. And when they start, and we have here some people in Germany. I come from Germany, maybe hear by my damned accent, maybe. And in Germany we have here some people who are enjoying their life pretty much on the cost of other people. By telling them that they are poor, by telling them that they are not able to increase themselves, and by telling them that they have to listen to them. Of course they are kind of saviors and whatever, and of course they will help, and of course they are pretty darlings, and of course they are poor darlings or whatever. No, come on here, no, just come to me, I help you here out, yes, and enjoy the hopes and enjoy the applause that comes from them, because everybody hopes that they bring them the help. It reminds me a bit of Evita Peron. Do you know her? Do you remember her? Evita Peron. She was really the beloved Argentinian first lady. Of course, she was 50 years ago. But anyway, how long is it here? 70 years ago. Huh? And Evita Peron, she enjoyed herself really, and she was she was the mother of the nation, and she always gave away food and money and whatever. And yeah, Mela Marcos the same. She sometimes give away money or what. But it was funny. They steal money for the other people and then they give it away, and then they bring them back. Of course, not so much. She steal a lot of money, and a little piece, she spread to the people. It was unbelievable, actually, what they start. But really, really interesting is that they really enjoy themselves. They enjoy the applause from other people. And now I tell you what. Never, no one is keen to get an applause from other people. No one. Because they know what they are. No really independent one. No really independent person who are really know himself or herself in full would ask other people how they are. Also, how maybe they ask how are you? It's okay, it's a question of how are you? How are you doing? But no one will ask other people what they think from themselves. That's what I mean. Sorry. God, 20 years ago I could speak English fluently. Nobody believes me nowadays, but yeah, a lot of work into that. I have really a lot of work to do here, and the most important part is to try to tell other people that what I start to work out, and that is something what I work out really. This Please understand that. Forgive me my now a little bit poor English, I'm sorry, but please understand what I really tell you. That no one is in need for the compliments for other people. Never fishing for compliment. Nothing. You don't need that. What you really need is your own applause for yourself. You have to know what you are and how you are and what you really, really do. And always bring it in context to yourself. It is no need to discuss other people, a special thing. Can do if you want, but leave it better. It doesn't make sense. But whatever happened to you, and what other people tell, when you have a nice conversation with some people or what, bring it please in context to yourself. What they really say, and what is it good for you, and why do you think they are right, and why do you agree with something, and why are you an admirer for somebody else? Why? What does it bring you? Never, please never forget that you're here on an ego trip. And what I'm doing here is nothing more, nothing less to tell you, become very, very selfish. But no one who is selfish would rob other people, would blame other people, would insult other people, would hit other people. That is impossible. He would never plan a bank robbery or something like that, or never declare war on somebody. Why? When I am very busy to take care for my own vibration, then I avoid everything what darkens them. Of course. Since I want a high vibration, why shall I start to blame other people? I understand, I have had a resonance for it. Of course, it was pretty ghastly in earlier times. But okay, then I improve my own vibration, and then of course I don't have a resonance for something which is really pretty ghastly. I can't think on a better way to live, and I can't think on a better better way to control my own life. And when I know that I'm the strongest power in my own life, which affect me, I know everybody else is outside, which are not, whom I don't agree, I don't like. Of course I improve myself, and of course there are some people who tell me, Dagmar, by the way, that is not okay, or that I don't like, or something like that. Okay, then I see that, I say, okay, he's right here, and then I improve and I make it better. Now, that's the good thing what the Beatles have sung 50 years ago. Hey Jude, make it better. Take a sad song and make it better. And that's it. It's a big, big message. What happened has happened. Nobody can alter it. Nobody. We can't change. We can't change the past. But we can improve ourselves in that way that we increase our own vibration. And then, of course, that, what we have done before, what other people have done to us before, is the way. Time is always in movement. Time always. But funny enough, actually, the time doesn't move. It's practically steady. You know, Michael Ende, German author who has wrote Die unendliche Geschichte, the never-ending story. It's a very good book, actually. You should read it. It's nice. And a very, very clever book. And this is a sentence, every moment is eternal. Every moment is eternal. Forever and ever and ever. Because the moment itself is eternal, is an eternal moment. How long you will enjoy this moment depends on your own consciousness. And your own consciousness is a development by your own thoughts. And your thoughts come to you through your vibration. What you think is always, it's fall in, it comes to you by your vibration. So you have nothing else to do as to increase your own vibration. And I admit, sometimes this is pretty exhausting. I can't say that it's a holiday, but you need honestly, but you need holiday for several weeks, because when you really start to bring out everything, and you don't just want to throw it away, you can do that, but you can believe me that it's work to do by yourself, not by somebody else. Good. I hope you understand what I would like to tell you, and I wish you will somehow, maybe you write me if you like it, and tell me what you think about that. Good. Have a nice time, and good luck. Bye bye.